these days, and you will, before long, see graffiti. Rarely is this scrawl on the wall in any way poetic. It might be profound or even passionate, but probably not along the lines of Ithonides is beautiful and willingly takes it up the backside, which is inscribed on the rocks of Mount Hymettus just above Athens and dates from the 5th century BC. Shocked? Well, that is just the start of it. My name's Guy, and welcome to this It's History Symposium. Not a dry academic discussion of abstract ideas, but a symposium of the ancient Greek kind. A meeting to discuss and enjoy some raucous sexual ideas. While the wine may be flowing a little less freely than it did back then, I have no doubt that this will be nothing less than an eye-opening experience. Behind closed doors, men gathered at symposia for an evening of wild drinking from utensils that displayed explicit scenes. On these cups and bowls were satyrs, the half-man, half-beast followers of Dionysus, the god not only of wine, but ritual pleasure. The scene showed enormous erect penises engaged in every activity that was taboo in public and that, officially speaking, regular men did not indulge in. Masturbation, anal sex, group sex, and sexual violence. Commentators suggest that the purpose of these symposia, which were all male gatherings apart from a solitary female flautist, was to test discipline. The satires and their exploits represented temptation. The drunkenness and collective arousal of the symposia themselves posed a hazard to resolve. Indeed, the ancient Greeks represented uncontrollable desire as eros, a pesky, irritable child, and even their gods were not in control of their sexual destiny. Equally hazardous might have been the directions included in parts of the Greek magical papyri, a collection of spells, hymns, and rituals from the 2nd century BC to the 5th century AD. They give advice on anointing the penis with weasel dung before intercourse, or with a blend of hawk dung, salt, and plant extract. Rather them than me. Even outside these bawdy gatherings, ancient Greece was by and large a sexually charged place, though there was some opposition from some quarters. The Stoics, for example, were a group of philosophers who taught that anything sexual was dangerously corrupting. Homosexuality was generally thought to be an ideal, among the ruling classes at least. It was believed that desiring boys could and should make you more manly. The youthful male body, exemplified by Adonis, was the epitome of masculinity. But bulging pecs and meaty thighs were only the public representation of masculinity, usually in nude statue form. Nudity was considered completely natural, so much so, in fact, that men exercised with nothing on. The Greek word gymnos, which morphed into gymnasium, means naked. The prowess of women, on the other hand, was demonstrated by the elaborateness of their costume until, in the 4th century BC, the sculptor Praxiteles undressed Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Breasts were now on show. Greek earthenware, which was prized by the Romans even before they absorbed the Greek Empire in the 2nd century BC, showed women with dildos, tending phalluses, and lowering themselves onto suitably penetrating objects. But though the Romans appreciated Greek art and creativity, and were just as keen on pumped-up drinking parties in honour of